Discussion on how our personalities change from social media. Are we showing our authentic selves, and expectations through media versus real life?
Cool. So that was
so we were going to start with like, what do we say we're going to start with? Oh, growing up, like how we looked at media growing up, and then social media like now. I'll just keep this right here in case we need it
just
again.
in case. At least we should have at least one phone on hand because mine's recording.
Well,
yeah.
This would be mine.
It would be yours. Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Start with the intros.
All right.
They were like, we need the first episode to drop already.
Hi, you guys.
What's poppin'? That was the weirdest intro.
I know. Welcome back to episode 6.
I'm glad you're keeping track. I've already
It literally said it when you're looking at the post. On the top, it says episode 6.
I'm glad you're keeping track.
Well, yeah, because we're on season 1. You gotta keep track of the numbers. Welcome back, guys. We're on episode 6, which is kind of crazy because it feels like we're doing this pretty decently.
Yeah, we're actually keeping on a nice schedule.
Decent schedule. Even with the gaps that we have. Because like during the summer, we're going to have even more gaps. Just an FYI, because I think we're going to conclude in the summer.
Yeah.
Because you'll be traveling. I'll be traveling starting literally next month.
Yeah.
So
May might be some of our last ones. And then we'll do
probably one more in June.
Like one official like sitting like this and yapping, and then we'll probably just do like little minis as we hang out in the summer.
Honestly, she'll probably expect that because life. Oh, and you may get some other little scoops of us being on other podcasts that we've been doing the connections. So that'll be really exciting. Help network and along with getting our word out there. I don't know what that means, but whatever. But yeah, episode 6, we are talking about social media versus real life, kind of in terms, a short version of the overview. If you can see our Instagram post, it's just how pretty much it's affected us, how it's changed over time, expectations on social media, and pretty much if we're being even true to ourselves on social media, which could be different for so many other people, especially how we started off with social media.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it first?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So I think so the first like exposures to social media, right, was like when I would buy like the J10 magazines, like those. I don't know if you even know. Okay. No. So I think it was called J10, but it's this magazine because obviously like we didn't grow up. We grew up as the internet was also growing, right? Yeah. So these J10 magazines were basically like teen Vogue, essentially.
Oh, is it like Tiger Beat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, like Tiger Beat.
I'm familiar with at least Tiger Beat.
Yeah. So it was, they always had like the boy crushes of the time, like on the covers and all these girls and. A lot of the time, because I grew up as a Disney Channel kid, it was always like these like nice white blonde girls that you were always seeing. And it wasn't until I think maybe Raven or like Vanessa Hudgens were like the first like girls of color that I was seeing on TV.
You're right.
And then like Demi Lovato and Selena Gomez, and they were doing a little more Spanish, but like not really Spanish. And if you watch that movie, it's a little bad. The Princess Protection Program.
Oh yeah.
Where they try to speak Spanish.
Dude, you're opening a whole like portal of my brain that I totally forgot about.
Yeah, or like when the Cheetah Girls went to Spain, when they went to Barcelona.
Oh yeah. Okay, that part I can remember like nothing.
Yeah. So it's stuff like that I started looking at, and I was like, wow, like I want to be them, Yeah. And I idolized Selena Gomez. I idolized her growing up, like watching her in Wizards of Waverly Place. I was like, oh, like she has her hair short, I want to cut my hair short. Like she has the side bangs, I want side bangs. I got side bangs.
I had side bangs too
in middle school.
My parents and everyone called it emo bangs, so it was like covering my eye.
Oh,
I'm not gonna put a picture in that.
Mine were swooping like right, like they oh my gosh, yeah. And so I like idolized her, and I was like, yes, like I want to be all that, do all that. And I didn't have any type of social media. Like I've never had a Facebook when Facebook was a thing. I never had a MySpace.
I was gonna say MySpace was around I think our time. I didn't have a MySpace either.
It was like growing out of our gen.
I remember my sister had a secret MySpace.
Yeah.
My stepsister. It was so funny.
Yeah, because your sisters are a little older. So
so they're around it, but I don't think they even... Tumblr was the popular era.
Tumblr too.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then, I don't know if you ever had like a Kik.
No, I wasn't allowed.
Or a Yik Yak.
No, I wasn't allowed.
Neither was I. And then I got like a Snapchat secretly. I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't even know how I got in a Snapchat. Damn.
It just started to become the things in
Yeah,
school.
yeah. No, you're right. No, Kik, no, we weren't allowed, but I still thought it was funny. Once again, my sister secretly had Kik.
Yeah.
So.
And when Twitter became a thing.
Yeah, I hate Twitter. I don't have Twitter anymore.
Neither do I.
I deleted it. I was over that shit, like with everything.
When I got a new phone, I tried to get back into it. I don't even use it anymore. I just I honestly keep it for like earthquake updates, or if like, something's trending, and then I'm like, oh, let me see. But I couldn't get back into it, so I just deleted it.
I deleted mine completely. But I would say for me, I'm familiar with Tiger Beat, but I feel like I didn't have for social media, like with the magazines, I mostly looked at athletes, and I think it's because I was playing. So like I liked watching like Disney Channel and all that stuff, and that social media. So like Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, all that stuff, Miley Cyrus, like I've seen them often, but I was more of like that Nickelodeon kid, because I was the one who when we wake up at the crack of dawn, we hear George Lopez, that song.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's what I lived on. So like that's kind of the like community that I saw, was the George Lopez show, to I don't know what else. What was the other play? I can't remember that much, but like the Dragon Tales and stuff like that. Like that's kind of the social media I started up with, and George Lopez, like, but I didn't really idolize anyone. I think it was just more athletes. But again, like the timelines of those, like the most I saw was like Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan, Mia Hamm. Like I still didn't see any people of color. The most was like Marta who plays for Orlando Pride and like the Brazil national team. She was the only person of color when I saw her, and like knew name with the face. That's pretty much it. But I didn't idolize her, but I knew like, there's people of color. But even in the athletic world, like there was not much of people of color promotion, so I didn't see a lot of that. That's why like the mains I could immediately was like Alex Morgan, Mia Hamm, Julie Floudy, like even though they're fucking goats, like they're fucking goats. But I didn't feel like I idolized anyone. I think I was still trying to get a hang of what social media was. And then when Instagram started to exist, my Instagram was a child. Childish. I remember I kept it private. Like I had ground rules, obviously, for being a kid. Having Instagram. But it was like stupid stuff of like, oh my God, look at nature. And I'm like, all right, you're an idiot. Delete this shit. But I was a kid, so I was trying to get the hang of social media. And I think it just evolves more like to now, like how I post is like more about life updates or just like dumps of like life now. I don't really give a shit anymore of like likes and stuff. And like when I was younger, I don't know about you, but I likes were a thing for me. Like getting likes and comments was like something. But I think it's because like in social media, like I think with the outside world, when you see celebrities, but even general, just like in high school, I don't know about you, we had, who was popular.
100%.
You knew who was popular.
For whatever reason, it was the ASB kids.
That too. A little bit. But even like the popular kids, when the Instagram started evolving, like middle school, high school, and like a little bit more of like if they're outside and all this stuff and having fun, and if you're popular, you got them like thousands of followers, all this stuff. And I kind of got, I guess I was like, because I was young, I was envious because I was just like, shit, am I not like, good enough?
Oh, okay.
So I think social media kind of started like thinking like, oh, am I not popular enough, like, and all this stuff. And I think it was affecting the play, and that's why I brought up like celebrities and stuff, because like I think the promotion of social media also affects so many people because of like body image, how you look, makeup, all this stuff. So when I was younger, I felt like I had to look like a certain figure, and I think that also affected with like even the regular popular group. Like they looked fitted, they're gorgeous, they did this X, Y, and Z, and I felt like I was doing X, Y, and Z, but I wasn't like that level, I guess. You know what I mean? So I feel like it played like such a heavy role in the beginning of my life compared to like now. But I don't know what your thought process was.
So I'll answer that, and then I also want to go back to what you said about athletics, because I think that's also really interesting. But yeah, my social media, I think I was like, when I got Instagram, I was like 12 or 13, like freshly like middle school, high school. Like my first post was like with me with braces. And
I think it's still on your Instagram.
No, I think I hit
think
it
you
already.
had some high school
We'll
stuff.
get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. But no, because the interesting thing is like at the age of like 13, I mean, 13-year-olds now are totally different than when we were 13.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But at the like when we were 13, like who the hell already has like perfect skin and perfect hair and doesn't go through like an awkward phase? Like I don't understand how people can be like that. You know, like I definitely had an awkward phase.
You know, the awkward phase, the square shorts that had like the patterns
yes,
and all that
like
shit.
the Justice shorts that were like in hot pink and hot blue. Yeah,
I had matching headbands with my clothes, bro.
Yeah,
I had an awkward phase.
Yeah, exactly. Those bangs, me growing out those bangs with my braces was an awkward phase.
We all had awkward phases.
Yeah, and so like to see those girls, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, how are you not? Like, how are you getting all this attention? You know, and I don't think that likes were really that like important to me per se, because I just knew that I was never one of like the popular kids. But I did feel a certain way when like my friends and people in my friend group, like they were getting more attention than I was. Yeah, and I was like, we're all friends with the same people. How is it that you're getting the like more attention?
No, that's so understandable. Like even within the fan groups, like you're getting picked out.
Yes.
So I'm just like, dude.
Yeah, and so I think that would kind of bother me. So then in social media, I would try to be like the aesthetic person, and I still try to be even today, because you know people like create such beautiful posts and they're all trendy and they're doing like the music right and they're doing like the captions just right on their stories, and I'm like, my posts never look like this. Like, am I just horrible at social media? I don't understand.
No, you're not.
I'm trying to be aesthetic and I'm trying to get the right filters on everything, and
it's
I'm like,
lot.
I hate
That's
this.
why I'm saying like I think it played a heavy role. I think it's kind of like a switcheroo with us right now, because now you are more like trying to fit the aesthetic of me. I'm like, I'm just dumping. I don't give a shit who likes or whatever. I just
100%, and that's the thing.
Like, if you look at it, cool. Thanks for so much to watch my update of my life. Yeah. But now I don't give a fuck.
I think we are opposites now, because when I first started with Instagram, I was just like, oh my god, like anything that I found like fun or important in my life, and my Instagram was very much curated around like my family.
Yeah.
So it's always been a private Instagram that I let people into every now and then. And it's like, okay, it's about my family, it's about like my personal life, like what I'm doing, and obviously it's only ever the good experiences. Like nobody ever really shares the negatives about their life.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that for sure.
Yeah. And then nowadays I'm much more careful with what I post and how I curate my Instagram. So it's still somewhat family oriented, but it's definitely changed as I grow up.
No, that makes sense.
I want to go back to what you said about the athletes.
Yeah.
Because I think that's something that nobody talks about, is that it's still, even today, right? It's still so hard for women in athletic spaces to even get the same type of like social media presence as like male athletes.
No, it's true. It's been an ongoing fight. I mean, well, I'm not going to get into it too heavy, but I would say now, like, the promotion of it's a lot better. It still needs work.
Yeah.
Because now we have, like, Trinity Rodman, Sophia Smith, Naomi Girma.
You were growing up in an athletic space that is mostly male-dominated.
Yeah, I mean, soccer has always been, like many other sports, soccer is also a very high-profiled sport. And, like, yeah, I will say, like, it's still, till this day, even with soccer included, at least the upper levels, it's still like a battle to get the attention of like the women teams versus the men teams and the social media presence. But I feel like, again, we're doing a better job. Job's not done, obviously.
Yeah.
But there is better promotion for more. But also there's more promotion of people of color. Like I think now with the National Women's Soccer League, like I have seen more notice of people of color, and it kind of makes me feel good, because I'm just like, we're part of that category. We're women of color and we're Latinas, and I think it's just really important now in this day and age, like to see someone like that for the future generations, because it knows like, hey, I can do this because there's someone that looks like me out there doing it already.
Yeah.
So I would say, yeah, it's still an ongoing battle, and it still will probably be continuously an ongoing battle.
Yeah.
It's gone better. I would say it's gone better.
Yeah. But I just thought that was important to note, because when you said that, like I did not really grow up in an athletic space, so I didn't really view athletes, men or women, in a certain way. It was mostly like celebrities that you see on TV.
Yeah.
But for you, it's athletes because you're in that space, and so not having any type of like celebrity or social media type of celebrity, because even like athletes aren't really known for being on social media, right? It's mostly like now there's influencers, but like
yeah, I feel like it's pretty decent. They're on social media, at least the ones I do follow.
Yeah.
Like right now, I think I see a good frequent of them just because we're in season right now too, so it's pretty heavy now.
Yeah.
But I think off season they're kind of just more also private life.
Yeah.
Stay in tune with themselves, but enough with like their social media ads and like the promotions that they have.
Yeah. Whereas like actors and actresses are like always on.
Yeah, they're always on.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. No offense. Sorry. I hate to break it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, sorry. I just wanted to
No, that's
talk
fine.
about that.
I think it's boring. I think we should talk about that shit because like, it still portrays in social media. I think though, going back to what you said, like how we don't post like the negative stuff going on in our lives.
Oh yeah.
Unless like you don't really give a fuck, props to you. Because there's some people, like I do see like TikTok, like you see those like little glimpses of podcasts and they're like, I don't give a, like all this stuff. And it's like, you know, do you, but like you don't see half the time someone having a mental breakdown on like Instagram.
Yeah.
Or they post about like something really dark in their life.
Yeah.
I was saying confidently in mine, I don't, but I will repost things that can feel relatable. That's kind of like simp energy or like sad energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like with social media, like you don't see those parts. I feel like at least sometimes we only see like the best parts of people's lives. I also think FOMO plays a heavy role too.
100%.
Because I get butthurt, or not butthurt, I just get like, feel like I'm in a different lifestyle compared to someone else. I feel like, should I be doing more, or like, is this what I'm doing like dumb? Like right now, like how it's Coachella weekend, you see all these posts and all freaking
I'm so mad I
lifestyles, and I'm just like, first off, Coachella's expensive, and fuck no. Second, I'm just thinking, I'm like, how do you all have the time and money and all that shit? I mean, everyone's life is different, but like that's the first thing. And I get FOMO because I'm just like, am I boring? That's the first thought.
No.
So I don't know, like I get FOMO thinking I'm missing out on life, but then again, I'm doing other things in my life that I'm like love and enjoy. So I'm just like, it's a weird like contradiction, I guess. Like I'm just like, ugh, I should be doing that, but I'm like, but I have this.
Yeah.
So like I'm all right.
Yeah.
I think we get in our moment. Like social media plays in that, and I think also, I'm gonna bring this back up. Body image plays a role.
Yeah, 100%.
I think with people, like not even just like celebrities and everything, like when they post, people are gorgeous. Let's start off that. And I think body image still plays a heavy role even on social media, even with myself too. Sometimes I feel like I am a little bit dysmorphic in my moments, thinking like, oh, I should be this size or this shape. And I do have my moments when I look at myself in the mirror because of the people on social media look twice as fit as I do. And I'm like, I should look fitter, or I should look like slimmer and stuff like that. I know my body's great. I know. I just think I don't know if it's just me. I think everyone has that moment of feeling like icky with their body because
100%
of people, like of what people post and everything. And it's like shit's not easy when your body changes as you age too, and you have to kind of find new routines of like, how am I taking care of my body, my diet, the exercising, the X, Y, and Z, whatever it looks like. So thoughts?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, even just, I still look at pictures nowadays and I go like through my old Instagram and compare my body from when I was 16 to the body that I have now at 26 or almost 26. And I'm like, okay, that's not even fair to myself. Like that is a literal teenage body to an adult woman body. Like there is going to be a significant difference. Or I do it like from 3 years ago to like now. And I'm like, ah, damn it. Like, you know, here we go again. And so I don't necessarily take into account like fucking supermodels or actresses.
Not like supermodels and stuff, but like,
and like that's crazy. But even like, to be very honest, like I compare myself to you all the time.
Why?
Because you are so like active and you're so fit and you have such like a healthy routine, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that.
What's crazy is she thinks that, and for me, I'm like, I need to be fitter. Like I'm not fit enough. Like that's my brain.
Yeah.
I think it's because I was in the athletic world. I knew in high school to like club, I had double practices like every day.
Yeah.
And then had games on weekends. I was the top tier fit. I swear to God. But I think because I started playing less, and then my body was changing, and school stress and stress weight. I think it just changed. And like, I'm not saying I don't like my body. I do very much appreciate that it's in a good, healthy state. But I feel like I still get self-conscious of certain times I've looked at myself in photos, or the angles of myself was wrong, and I could just see like my fucking stomach. But yes, I know we have extra weight in our stomach because we get to, when we get pregnant and all this shit.
Yeah.
But still, it's kind of plays a heavy effect. And I just compare myself to every other athlete's body. I'm like, I used to be like that, and I don't look like that anymore.
Yeah.
It's shitty. Fucking me.
No, and I compare myself to you. In any photo that we take, I'm always like, oh, I look so fat.
You're not fat.
I know I'm not. I know. But it's like, again, because you are you are constantly working on yourself, and I'm not. And I'm always like, oh, I really need to.
You don't.
But here I am, like, eating fucking fast food every day.
Which I love being a big bag. Are you fucking kidding me? I love being a big bag.
No, I know. But it just hits it hits our bodies differently.
Yeah.
Because we are two different people with two different functions, like our bodies just hold weight differently, and like we could both be a fucking size 8 in pants, but it's gonna fit you very differently than it fits me.
That's
and then I'm
true.
like, okay,
same
well,
with
now,
tops though, because
same with tops,
we're practically the same size in some areas, but yours, some of them look better on you than it does look better on me.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And I'll give you one of my tops. I'll be like, no, this will look much better on your body. To me, it
I
just
have
looks,
taken one of her tops.
To me, it just looks extremely like slutty, and I'm like, no, this is actually how it's supposed to look on a proper body. Like, I do not need to be showing that.
We don't even be showing some cleavage here.
Yeah, I'm like, we're going to a freaking mall. Like, I don't need to be doing all this.
That's fucking crazy. But
even in your social media, like your Instagram, I love the aesthetic of your Instagram.
What's with my? I don't feel like I'm an aesthetic, bro.
I don't know. Like, I just think it's
of not giving a fuck. That's my aesthetic.
No, but like, I don't know. It's all so cohesive, and it's all in like the same vibe, and like the same colors. And no, it's not even that, because it actually looks like you try.
Thank you. I don't.
And like, I am actively trying, and I just don't.
I think my social media now is be nice how you post. Your posts are cuteties. I like cuteties. I think yours is just because like more cutesy, like girly, and I'm just kind of like whoever wants to look.
But yours is a vibe. I'm gonna have to show you after this, because yours is a vibe.
We're about to reevaluate our Instagrams. Yeah. But I think now my social media, I just don't care, because like I think I let my mind as a kid, and I was younger, like invade so much of like, you need to hold a standard. I'm like, what the fuck standard? What am I trying to post?
Yeah.
For myself, torture? Like, this is work. Like, it's just media. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So I think now, like, yes, I have like a good amount of followers, but then at the end of the day, I'm just like, whatever. Like, I get like not a lot of likes anymore, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I'm just posting for everyone to post. It's kind of like how I do it on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook a lot. I only change my profile picture just so people know I'm alive. Like, family member from far. So like, it's kind of like the same thing now. I like post here and there just to show like, hey, this is my life, for those who are still interested, because some people just don't give a fuck. And that's fine. I don't give a fuck about theirs.
Yeah.
But it's cool to see like what they're up to. But then I'm just like, that's that.
I will say I have like one family member that is like famous adjacent, or like does cool shit, and every time he likes my Instagram post, I'm like, oh my god, I had a famous person like my Instagram. Like, all of a sudden I feel like I'm winning.
Oh, Rambo liked our most recent post.
Shout out Vortex one more time.
I know,
Rambo, love you.
But yeah,
Noe, John, te queremos a todos. But yeah, and so every now and then I'm like, yes, I made it. Like, he liked my post.
Fucking crying.
But I care about like trying to curate my Instagram. And my
Do you care like what people think of you on the
No.
media.
No, like if someone like, you know, is going to shout me out or whatever, or if they want to like DM me. I don't think I told you that I had a guy DM me the other day. And I was like, bro, I don't know if you like, in my head, I was like, I don't know if he knows that we went to high school together, because he DM'd me as if he didn't know me.
Maybe
like,
they're trying to play it that way.
I was like,
guys go
interesting.
guys through DMs so fucking weird.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, interesting. And I'll have guys like heart a picture that I post on Instagram, and I'm like, nice try.
I'm fucking crying, but it's just because you thought of that DM, and I was just like, I remember the one DM on a particular person, and he's like, "Oh, do you miss me?" And I put no.
But it really be like that, because
yeah,
like,
no, I think it's so funny.
Yes, I'm posting. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I post like on my close friends for attention, specifically.
We all have our moments.
Yeah, but also sometimes like I'm just posting a picture because I'm like out doing something fun and I want to like share it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like look how fun this cool place is. I like seeing other people's posts to be like, what cool place are you going to, and can I also go there to experience
your matcha
that?
places? That's been new for you. She's been posting like matcha stuff, and for me, I then, just to ruin her day, I literally sent one saying that matcha may be gone in a couple of years.
Oh, I know.
I sent her, she never answered.
I'm sad. But aside from that, yeah, like I'm trying to post like aesthetic coffee like pictures.
They're cute.
Thank you. I'm trying.
I did exploring air places,
but I'm actively trying to curate my Instagram to look like that. Like I mean,
that's okay.
I have actively tried. I don't know if you've seen like the last couple posts, and it was very much when I was
went to
dating.
Knott's?
No. When I was dating like my ex, that he was like, you always post your family. Like you should really be posting yourself. Why? And so I started to like change the vibe of my Instagram to be more like showy off about me and like loving myself. Not that I don't post my family. I'm still gonna post my family.
Yeah, obviously,
because that's what my Instagram is. It's about me and my family. But it's also like every now and then there's just like me. Like, that's okay. Anytime that I think I look great or I've done something great, it's like me.
I think that's what I struggled with too. Like now recently I started posting like selfies again, like on my profile, but like otherwise, like I don't like to, because I feel like, I don't know, a sense of like conceitedness. I know it's not that way.
Exactly what social media is.
I know.
It's just people being conceited.
But that's why I'm just like whatever now, and I kind of don't care. When I was younger, I also didn't. I cared like how I looked, all that stuff. Social media, I swear, plays such like, it affects you good ways and bad ways that I don't think people like understand like how much it. I mean, I think our audience will understand like how much it's hard.
It's also very brain rotting.
It is brain rotting too. That's why, because you see so much bad shit going on in the world. We're not going to talk about that.
Like my first instinct in the morning is to go open up either Instagram or TikTok. Don't even get me started on my TikTok posts, because I do specifically post for likes.
I don't post at all. I kind of just repost things I think are funny.
I don't post very often, but when I do, it's because I'm trying to get likes.
Yeah, but I think that's funny that you start that way. I start at my day looking at Outlook. My work email.
Yeah, I also start my day looking at I end my nights looking at my calendar to know what time I can wake up in the morning.
That's fucking crying. But do you feel like now in our day and age, do you think we're being our authentic selves? Just us. I'm just talking about us. Like, I don't really give a fuck about everyone else, because everyone else's perspectives are so different of how they're portraying their social media. Do you feel like we're being authentic to an extent? Because like, again, we don't even put in like, I'm having a mental breakdown, guys, I'm gonna cry for 30 minutes. We don't put that.
I almost like, you remember like when subtweeting was a thing?
Yeah.
So I almost like subtweet on my Instagram now with those little notes.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So to a degree, yes and no. Am I being authentic?
I think for me, like, then if you're saying the subtweet, I think sometimes when I feel sad or pissed off and I'm like sharing, this is me being petty, obviously. But I think when I relate to something of a post of someone else's and I repost it on my story.
Right.
But like the difference between like public to close friends. Close friends, I'm directly saying it to someone and they're not paying attention.
Okay. And that's the thing too about social media, is that my close friends is because I am sending a message, right?
Yeah.
Or it's like,
it's just for that particular group. I'm just like, y'all need to hear this. Or
Yeah.
of just like A, taking care of yourselves, B, like your mentality.
Yeah.
Or C, just one particular person. I just want to be
Yeah.
petty real quick. It's not the brightest thing to do, but
well,
I think everyone has done it. So if you say you have not done it, you are
Liars.
lying.
There have been times that I specifically will like add and remove people from my close friends
I'm
because it's like,
fucking
I need you to see this, but I don't want my parents to see it because like it's not their problem.
Yeah.
I just need you, one person, to see it.
Great. Again, if you say you haven't done it, you're lying.
Which is toxic, but that is also,
We all have toxic behavior. So like we have our moments. That's why I said I know I'm being petty.
yeah. And like to some degree, that is an authentic self, like an authentic version of myself, is when I'm putting those close friends stories out there.
Yeah.
It's because it's my actual like inner thoughts that I am sharing with people versus like when it's all the public and
You know
my
what?
family sees it.
Because I've posted just of myself. I'm like, yo, I'm fucking feral right now, crashing out. So yeah, to be honest, my close friends have seen a little bit more of myself compared to like the public.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this podcast, everyone's seeing the public. Like,
Oh yeah.
we're seeing everything.
This podcast is not a curated version of ourselves at all. It is quite literally what is in our brains.
Yeah, we're very.
This is
we're
authentic.
feral. So
This is authentic, minus the fact that I am being very self-conscious of like how I'm sitting and like how I'm gonna look, because I've watched
now, I'm just.
and I've watched too many of our own videos to be like, God, I looked fat in that.
I tell you after how much I look fat, and you're like, no. So
Because
we have
you
our
don't.
Do you see, like, even now with our podcast, we have our social media moments of like, oh my god, we're gonna look fat, like,
Yeah, 100%.
even though we're not.
I know.
So still, it's like an ongoing issue. Like,
Because I know this is going on social media, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, let me try and not look like fucking ginormous today.
you're not ginormous. That's a little.
I know. And then it doesn't. See, here's the thing. Here's my ongoing issue is that I feel fat. So what do I do about it? I hide it with baggy clothes, which in turn only makes me look more round because it's baggy, flowy clothes. But on the opposite hand, if I wear a tight-fitting shirt, then you're going to see all my lonjas, and then I'm going to be self-conscious. There's no winning here.
There's no winning.
There's no winning in my own brain. And that's the thing. It's my own brain.
Yeah.
Like she said, she thinks I look great. I think she looks great. But in our own brains, we think the worst of ourselves.
But I think it's like also we're our biggest critic, because even now.
Yeah.
So like us posting even the podcast, like we don't really give a fuck who's watching. We hope you just, like, we're not also doing this for like trying to get famous. If we
True.
do, that's fucking dope. Awesome.
Sick.
If we get sponsors, that's
I
fucking
could
sick.
quit my job to do this full
I'm fucking
time.
crying. But
I love my job. I love my job.
we actually do love our jobs, actually.
Genuinely.
Hopefully at some point you guys also find jobs that you love. But if you got to go through it, because we all did it too. But anyways, to get back on track, like even now, like our social media for this podcast specifically, like we're not giving a fuck about anything. We just hope people could just relate to this. And then at the end of the day, we're not here to be famous. I've gone just random like podcast communities. We'll sponsor you with money. I'm like, no, thank you, low key. And they're like, I'm like, I appreciate them trying to help us, but I'm just like, we're not here to like profit. We're just here to like gain some followers and hope you could relate. And
yeah, and it's honestly just a fun
and it's for
activity
funsies.
like that we're
it's a
doing.
good like hobby we've done.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look, you have a hobby.
Wait, why did we say that at the same time?
I feel like this one, social media, we're talking about this really well, but we're getting so sidetracked on this one.
Can that please be the blooper where we're like, ah?
No, I'm gonna keep this in there.
Well, like, as you know how you always post like the little like.
Oh yeah, well I'll add it in. Yes, I'll put it as that one. But yeah, this one, I'm so sorry. Like we're talking about it and then we get sidetracked so hard.
I don't know why today's that day.
But it's fine. You guys get a variety of topics for this episode. We talk about body image, we talk about social media, we talk about our life and
But
our
it's
brains.
all connecting.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like it all comes together. I swear.
Yeah. Why do I feel like I'm yelling right now?
I know. I feel like I'm yelling too. I'm so sorry. I don't know what juice we came off on.
Right? I didn't even drink today.
I didn't either. This is what I mean. Guys, we're feral.
This is our okay, this is probably the most natural selves that we've had in this podcast. And I think it's also because we're getting used to it too.
Yeah, we're on 6 episodes, dude.
Yeah.
We're 6 episodes deep.
Yeah. Soon enough, I'm going to be showing up in my PJs.
We should probably do one in our PJs.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. But back to social media.
Yeah.
I mean, agreeing to disagree in extent. Like, yes, we have our moments. We're also being petty on certain extents of being on our authentic selves, but it's like in close friends.
Okay. So let's say if you were to just look at your main feed on your Instagram, go to your profile, look at the main pictures that you post, is that your authentic self?
Now, yes.
Okay.
But not like the mental breakdown shit. Like you don't see the sad shit.
Right.
You don't see me going through it unless you're like my closest friends like her and like you get a FaceTime or you just get a Snapchat post. Like I cried for like 5 minutes.
But that brings up a good point. Even like the posts that you do, like the stories that you do post on Snapchat, are those your authentic self?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of me doing, I think a good example, for example, is like when I'm on campus and I post like when I'm doing one of my wellness walks. Like that's real. Like I'm in a good calming sensation. I want people to look at this beauty of like feeling that sense of calmness.
Yeah.
So like, yes, I do believe like, yeah. And even the music, that's kind of like my mood and vibe. Like when I just post a song. Now, same question. Do you feel like in your main feed stories, are you being authentic?
No.
You know, that's okay.
Like genuinely, I know for a fact, like the posts about my family, those are authentic. The posts that are like me and the whole, like when that whole post is just about me, it's a very curated version of me, right? So it's gonna be me when I think I look my best. Yeah, when I think I feel my best. I think the one where it was like, oh, I graduated, then it was like me being like, I did that shit, but you didn't see the actual shit that I went through.
Yeah, we didn't go through
the amount of times. Yeah, the amount of times that I cried and I was like, I want to quit.
And I said no.
Yeah.
So I agree. I don't think people see only certain people, and I think that goes into the real life stuff, like being with the people that you care about and going through the real nitty gritty shit. But people will see only like the outcome of it or the beginning progress. I don't think they see the in between. But I feel like for mine, like my feed now, they see kind of just in betweens of different lifetimes, because now I've posted from videos to photos. They're not even me anymore. They're just like my family, my life, concerts, events, like. So I'm just like posting whatever, like, and I'm just like,
yeah,
hope you enjoy. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So I think that's the difference. But like, it's okay. Like, I think everyone knows, like, no matter what, in some extent on social media, wherever that was, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever else there's out there, Snapchat, everyone's portraying a certain image.
Yeah.
Because even like vloggers or travelers, they're just showing like all like, oh, I did this, and this. But did you show like anything that unfortunately negatively happened? Hopefully it didn't.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it didn't. But like, I'm gonna say it because like you don't. I'm expecting you don't post that. There is people who do post that, but it's like also bringing awareness, obviously.
Yeah.
But like vloggers, TikTokers, you don't see like the background shit of like trying to get this done correctly and all that stuff. And I think that's like even like influencers, like you see their posts on like YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, and they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming they have to go through a lot of editing and all that stuff. Even for this podcast, like we're to do like, I think everyone's noticed like when I do cuts and transitions, like I'm cutting certain parts of this out and like putting the full thing because I want to make sure it goes and flows correctly. You know, at least to an extent. So
I think everybody just knows that social media will never be 100% authentic. I think even nowadays, which can be kind of negative, is when people are, you know, because there are people that put out their negative like side as bringing awareness to certain communities, right?
Yeah.
But then some people will still go in there and be like, they faked it, they were fake crying, or like, why are you showing us all this?
People think like even when they're going through the bad shit, it's all fake and it's all for propaganda. But I'm like, dude, that just makes it worse that you're just putting negative comments. Like,
yeah,
how much time do you have
yeah,
to do that to a person? Like, also, just a side note, just saying.
What?
Just like saying, like, how have you time like to go ahead and like give a negative comment like that?
No, for sure.
Like, dude, go touch some grass. I don't know.
Stop putting your negativity out there.
Yeah,
it's
like
not healthy. Let it go.
Like, be kind to people. You don't know what people are really going through at the end of the day. Like, from the social media posts to like real life. Like, be mindful, please. It's hard to be kind every now and then lately because people suck. And
I get it. Like, you can be angry and you can have your moments, and your opinions, but you can do so in a respectful manner. Like, you don't have to go cussing at people in comments or whatever, you know. You don't have to go.
There's just so much because like I feel like That's also a big thing, like the comment section, and you just like
Mm-hmm.
having to ignore all the backlash, if you get any backlash, or
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, that's rough. Like, I'm sorry for those like who get affected, because people get affected on those things. Like, you know, it affects their game, it affects of who they are as a people, even though they're not doing anything bad, I hope. But
Yeah.
but I have to counter myself, because there is people who are doing bad
for
shit, and it's
sure.
like, no, I'm just saying, like, you know, I think comments even play a heavy role. When you get a comment of something, you're like, oh, like, it's negative versus positive. It's rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Having tough skin on social media is a big thing.
Yeah.
But also, or it's just like, you don't have a not give a fuck mentality that's coming with the tough skin. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna post this, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Call it at the end of the day.
I don't know. We are not being fake. I'd just like to reiterate that. This is us.
Oh, I think they noticed with how chaotic this episode is. Oh my
Take us
God.
or leave us. I think we always end with some like piece of advice or something.
No, yeah, we're gonna keep that going.
Okay.
Life advice.
Life advice. I would say at the end of the day, like, even for myself, at the end of the day, even though my Instagram is curated, it's not something that or my social medias are curated, it's not something that I'm stressing over every day. And I don't think it's something that should really take up like that much brain space or life space in general. There's so much life to live. Don't do it behind your phone. Oh, that brings up a really good point. I hate when people are like constantly at like concerts or at life or like doing things, and all they're doing is like phone, record. And I'm like, can you put it down for like 30 seconds and have a real genuine conversation or genuine experience with anybody?
To be fair, we also have done that, but
I don't do it like for a whole 20 minutes.
No, yeah, we put it down. Like, we only get portions, and then we put it down to enjoy.
No, for sure. Like, we're gonna get back to life advice right now, but like for example, like the Vortex concert, right? Take your little 30-minute to like 30-second to like 1 minute clip, and then put
30
your
minutes.
like 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then put your goddamn phone down.
Enjoy the concert
and enjoy it.
Enjoy being there, because like, if you're just gonna record it, you're not being present.
Yeah.
In that moment.
Yeah. Or when you're hanging out, like, and having dinner with friends, don't sit there and go on social media and start like texting other people. You literally invited this person out to spend time with them in person. So why are you sitting there all on your phones? Unless you're like both, I don't know, scrolling together and being like, haha, look how funny this is. But if you're each on your separate phones doing your own thing, like, what the heck? That would be my life advice, is like, stop living life through your phone.
Period.
Yeah. Sorry, I went on a tangent there.
No, it's a good comment. Apparently she's been in it, but no, I agree. I think people forget to live their present moment because they're recording or taking a photo, and it's like, that's why I think it's funny, like, half the time we don't have a lot of photos with each other because we're in the moment.
Yeah.
So like, if you really think about it, and really think about like the times when you're hanging out with certain people, like, oh, I wish I got that photo or video, it's literally because you're living in the present of it, and you should enjoy that. Photos will be there, but living in the real life moment will never like happen again.
Yeah.
So like, enjoy that concert, that movie, that picnic, that date with significant other. Unless it's a first date, then honestly, do some entertainment with that. I personally think just like be here, like be existing. Life advice, honestly, really, like, I'm gonna just second to what she said, is you don't want to have your social media just invade your entire life. Please don't.
Yeah.
It's stupid. All of it's stupid. All of it's dumb at the end of the day. Like, it's just there solely for some entertainment, but like, go live actual life. Don't be hiding behind a screen and just trying to live through other people's stupid stories. Like, go live yours and go build your story. Don't like waste time on it just because of other X, Y, and Z things. And yeah, I think
that is it.
Yeah, I think that's
Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining. Like always, we are streaming on Spotify and YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please follow us on This and Yap Up Podcast on our Instagram. We also have our link tree that is posted on our profile. So if you need any help finding any other platforms of us, it is all there.
Or if you want to ask us questions, I believe that is still live and active.
That is still
right?
live and active and dead. So
give us something to talk about.
give us something to talk about. Give us any questions.
We literally used ChatGPT for this.
Yeah, literally. I asked for topics because I honestly was losing my brain.
Because y'all ain't doing it.
Nah, I just don't. I couldn't think of anything either, so I won't blame you guys. So
well, yeah, but that's why we put it out there for you all to
if
help
you guys
us.
want, please. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's still up. So if you want any questions for us or topics that we should talk about.
Yep.
Anyways, have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.